What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to Crash Played Gaming. I'm your host, Crash, and we have our Arceus V-Star finally making an appearance in this deck, and this deck is pretty good unless your opponent's playing Path to the Peak, but you can make adjustments for it. I didn't find it too necessary, but you can. Anyways, enough about all that. Let's get into the Pokemon question of the day. Welcome back to another Pokemon question of the day, and we have to go over last video's question. We got a competition on our hands. So, last video's question was, this electric type Pokemon shoots its lightning attacks from its mane, and its color pattern is mainly black and white. Who is this Pokemon? And if you were like Tommy Batu, I hope I said your name right, you guessed Zeepstrika. Zeepstrika is the electric type Pokemon that can charge its mane and just pew, zap you, which is pretty cool. So anyways, we have 1 point for Tommy, and then there are 2 points for the user Axtoon. So there's 2 people now who have some points, and keep it up, keep up the competition, and whoever gets to 3 first is going to win those prizes. And if enough people start participating, I might start handing out second, third places, and things like that prizes, or just keep the points going until you get to 3. I don't know, it just depends on how many people participate. So let's get into this video's question. This ice-type Pokemon is born in snow clouds and has a pretty mean-looking face. Who is this Pokemon? Go ahead and leave your answer in the comment section down below. Be the first one to answer and you will get a point. Remember, you need 3 to win all the stuff that I will be giving away. So, good luck with that, and we will get into the deck list. Alright guys, we finally did it. We got our first Arceus V-Star deck on the channel, and I think it's a really good one and does a lot of different things here. So let's talk about Arceus V-Star real quick. For 3 colorless energy, we have the attack called Trinity Nova, which does 200 damage. And it also searches our deck for up to 3 basic energy cards, and we can attach them to any Pokemon V that we like, which is cool. And then we have the V-Star Power, which the ability is called Starbirth. And during our turn, we may search our deck for up to 2 cards and put them in their hand. Any 2 cards, put them in their hand. It's bonkers, I know, it's crazy. Really, really good, and it doesn't even end the turn. And let's talk about Baby Arceus real quick. 2 colorless energies, we have a similar attack called Trinity Charge, 3 basic energies to our Pokemon V, so either way you're charging up your attacks, which is really cool. And the rest of the Pokemon in this deck are counter attackers, so we have 1 copy of Ditto V here. This counts as 1 extra copy of any other Pokemon V that we have, which is really good, mainly the Zapdoses for the most part. We have a copy of Crobat just for the Dark Assessed ability, that way we can draw cards up to 6. We have Baby Moltres here for the late game. This might be able to take a huge knockout on one of our opponent's Pokemon that are weak to Dark, and it's only a 1 prizer, so that's not too bad. And then of course we have the Galarian Moltres V with the Dire Flame Wings ability, allowing us to attach a Dark Energy from the discard to the Pokemon once per turn. And it hits for Dark Weakness. And then we have a dual type Pokemon with Hoopa, who hits for Dark and Psychic, which is good for us as well, for 170 damage, which isn't too bad. We have Baby Yveltal here for the Cry of Destruction attack. It kind of helps, depends, especially the Mew matchups can be a little tough, so we have this in here, discard 3 special energies, which can be good. And honestly, you can take it out and switch it out for another Zapdos or another basic attacker that's not a Pokemon V, so you can get around things like Duraludon, things like that. So that's an option. Then we have, of course, Galarian Zapdos V, one of the better fighting attackers, because of the ability that allows this attack to be used for 1 if they're playing a lot of Vs. We have Eldegoss just to get a supporter from the discard if we need it. We have a copy of Shaymin V here for the Grass Weak Pokemon, you know, Umbreon VMAX, things like that, but I think it might be better to play Serena V, because I think the damage output is better, and Shaymin's a better late game attacker, and I don't know, Serena, pick your poison basically. I chose Shaymin, I could go Serena, but I decided to be different. And then we have a copy of the new Zamazenta V here with the ability Regal Stance. This is really good for the beginning of the game. Once during our turn, we can discard our hand and draw 5 cards, and then our turn ends. That's why it's only good for the beginning of the game, because usually we're not going to do this in the middle of the game. But this hits for any Pokemon that's Metal Weak, so Ice Rider Calyrex. I think that's the only relevant one. Any other water attackers? Whoever else is weak to metal, we do the Revenge Blast. Hits for 240 for weakness, but if they take it surprises, it can hit for 300 and take knockouts on VMAXs. And then we have 1 copy of Lumineon V here for Luminous Sign. We basically get to search for a support and put it in our hand. And then we play 3 copies here of Energy Switch. This helps us power up our Arceus V-Star pretty quickly because the Moltres can get energies back from the discard. And now I'm going to scroll down because the rest of the deck is down here. That was just all the Pokemon. So we have 4 Quick Ball, 4 Ultra Balls, 1 Escape Rope. This is our main search way to get the Pokemon out. 1 Adventurous Discovery, which is usually used in the early game as well. And then we have 3 stadiums here. You might even want to take out this Yveltal and bump up the stadium count because Path to the Peak shuts this deck down easily. I'm telling you, Path to the Peak makes this deck horrible at times. We have 3 Boss's Orders, 1 copy of Cheren's Care. You could also replace this. I haven't found the need to play it too much. I've played it a couple times, but you don't need to play it that often on your Arceus, but it's there. It's an option which you can use. 1 Clara. This is mainly to get a really important attacker back plus its energy so you can win the game. A couple Marnies, 2 Researches, 1 Raihan, and a Piers to get off the Dark Pokemon because we play enough Dark Pokemon to make this useful. Now, you'll see that we have a very low supporter count, and this is why Path to the Peak shuts us down because we have Lumineon and Eldegoss to go get our supporters, and Arceus V-Star's Starbirth ability to maybe get a supporter if we need it. So we rely on a lot of Pokemon abilities that happen to be Vs. And then, of course, we have 2 copies here of the Choice Belt to just bump up our damage output if we need to, and a whole range of energies for our different types of attackers, which Arceus V-Star will power up anyways, but we are heavy on Dark because most main popular decks are weak to Dark, and this is why we play it. So yeah, that's the deck. Let's get into the matches. Oh, going up against another Arceus. We both got the pretty ones. So let's see what I can do here. I can Quick Ball away the energy and grab a Moltres to get it back. That way I can get an energy in play. Seems cool to me. Can do that. Dire Flame Wings. Then I don't think I need the rest of my hand, so I'm going to play the Zamazenta here and Regal Stance. Get rid of all that. Get some more cards. Double Turbo Energy is good. Ultra Ball is great. That means I can get my V-Star and an Energy Switch, and I can definitely start powering up the Moltres, I guess. I do also want to get down a Zapdos, so if they play more Vs, I might just Air Balloon Zapdos. So we'll find out what our opponent does. There's a Sobble, a Water Energy, a Boss. That's fine, I have Air Balloon. That's all they got. There's not enough. Let's see, if I Ultra Ball away the Raihan Double Turbo Energy and grab the V-Star, Zapdos will need 3 energy, so I still can't do it. And okay. So let's Ultra Ball away these 2. We're gonna grab, I think, a Crobat in this case. And play the Crobat, get 5 more cards. Hopefully they are good. Another Ultra Ball is always good, and that Moltres can go away as well. That gets us our V-Star. And this goes on to that. That goes on to here. And research. Maybe we'll get an Energy Switch. We do. Perfect. And we also got the Zapdos. We'll play that down. We'll retreat into the V-Star. Play an Energy Switch. Bring that over. And we get the victory. That's all we needed. Going up against Rapid Strike Malamar here. We need to make sure we don't play any Psychic Weak Pokemon. Zapdos is useless in this matchup, so we'll see what happens. We have a Marnie for our first turn, and we can get this Inkay out of the active by playing the Escape Rope as well. I don't think we'll be able to take a knockout in turn 1, but we'll see what happens. A Quick Ball seems good. Get rid of the Dark Energy. Go for the Arceus. That seems good to me. Play down the Arceus. Let's use Escape Rope as well. Force them to bring up either Sobble or Remoraid. And we can Dire Flame Wings. We can play a Crobat for 3, see what we get. Another Arceus and another Marnie. That's cool with me. Choice Belt, Ultra Balls, Adventures Discovery, Clara. Let's pass turn. Well, at least we can get an attack off next turn. We have an Ultra Ball to get the Arceus V-Star plus the V-Star ability. They're going to keep calling here. That's fine with me. And hopefully we can just outpace them taking prizes, I hope. That's the plan, that's the wish. So, see if we are capable of doing that. Alright, we could top deck another Dark Energy, which is cool with me. Let's get rid of these. Let's go for the V-Star. Ultra Ball those two away and go for the Lumineon. We need a research here. Yes, we'll take a supporter and we'll take ourselves a research. Maybe we can draw into a couple of the cards and we don't really need to use the V-Star power. Just kidding, we do. Always need to use the V-Star power. Let's bring back the Dire Flame Wings. And let's use our Starbirth ability. Get ourselves the Energy Switch and the Double Turbo. Energy Switch that one onto our active. Double Turbo. And we go with the Trinity Nova. Bringing out our energies. And we will attach all three to our Arceus V-Star on the bench. Which is cool with me. We get a prize and another Energy Switch. Which I can actually save this Dark Energy from the Moltres if I want to. And now is about a good time to have a Cheren Secure so we can bounce our Arceus V-Star, making our opponents one of their attacks effectively useless. Which is a good thing to have, so we would want to go after that. Maybe we can boss up one of the Remoraids that turns into an Octillery. Depends on what happens with this Drizzile. Might be Marnie, might be Cynthia's Ambition. Called it Cynthia's Ambition it is. Okay. So they draw a bunch of cards. Cynthia's Ambition makes this deck so much better. Getting able to draw up to 8 cards instead of 7 is a huge difference. And especially if you get to keep some cards in your deck. We're going to go into the other Arceus. I see no need to give them a Crobat or a Lumineon. They're giving me a Remoraid though. They attach an energy to the Inkay, so I think I'll just boss the Inkay since it does have an energy and they don't have an Octillery yet. That seems like the best course of action for me to do. Shaymin, let's go ahead and attach the energy here. Let's boss the Inkay that has an energy. And let's Trinity Nova. Get some more energies out the deck. Attach the Dark over there. Give you a Fighting so you can retreat. And give you a Grass so you can retreat. And now everybody has energy. Everybody's happy with energy. Everybody's powered up. Crobat and Lumineons can retreat if they need to. I can quick ball away the Shaymin, get out another Pokemon that I don't need. And keep moving on from there. Vitality Band. So it looks like they'll be able to attack with this Inkay this turn, especially if they're attaching the Vitality Band to the active. Another Drizzile. This could go for a Cynthia's Ambition or Marnie this time. They have 5 cards in their hand, so I'm not too sure what they'll grab. An Evolution Incense that gets them a Malamar. And now's the time I wish I had Cheren's Care. But I can also retreat and do an energy switch off of the Moltres onto the Arceus. And we have a training cord in hand, so I can also do that. That is an option. There's a Fog Crystal, that'll get them a basic Psychic, I'm assuming. Their Octillery will be able to get them their Malamar. And I don't think they've played a supporter just yet. No, they haven't. They have 4 cards in their hand. I would assume one of them is a Cynthia's Ambition. There it is. 5 cards right off the top of the deck. Maybe they were saving their Octillery for a Malamar. That Evolution Incense gets them whatever they need. Malamar it is. Will they have enough? You know, it wouldn't surprise me if they do have enough for a knockout, actually. So, we'll see about that. 40, 80, 160. Yeah, I mean, 4 cards is 160. These 3 cards, I think they do. They've got 8 cards. And I know that 2 of them are Rapid Strike cards, unless they play down that Octillery for the Remoraid. So at minimum they're doing 80. But I'm sure they have enough to do a large knockout. Scoop up net. They can scoop up this Octillery, and now they have at minimum 160. They have a lot of cards in their hand. So I think they're going to take a knockout on this Arceus V-Star. I believe so. And that's why having a Cheren's Cure would have been good, especially if they don't take the knockout. If they don't, then having Cheren's Cure would be good. I think they're counting how many cards of the Rapid Strike variety they have. Maybe they're short. You know, they have to scoop up something else. Maybe they're short by 1. And they have to scoop up that Sobble to take the knockout. Now they have 5. So they're doing 200, right? They're doing at least 200. They have 7, they can do 280. They're scooping up another. Well, they're scooping up a lot. They probably had to as well to get 7 Rapid Strike cards, I guess. 2, 4, 6, 7, yep. That's just enough. Leaves them with 4 cards. Alright, they take 2 prizes and we're coming up. There's the Cheren's Cure, how nice. Let's go ahead and remove the Shaymin. Maybe Moltres seems good in this matchup. I'm going to play the Training Court just so I can quickly charge up the Baby Moltres for next turn. Much more efficiently. Say done with that. Do an energy switch. That to that. And get you an energy from the discard. Sounds good. Do I play the Raihan? I mean, I can. I don't see a harm in playing Raihan. Would give you another dark energy. And then we maybe give myself the option of a boss. Thing seems fine. And then let's go ahead and Trinity Nova. Take a knockout. We'll take that energy. We'll attach it to Crobat. We'll attach it to Lumineon. And we take 1 more prize, which is an Eldegoss, so we can get back our Cheren's Cure if we need to. Though we have to be wary of a boss's orders from our opponents. And our boss's orders should be good. I feel bad about playing the Training Court. I actually didn't have to play the Training Court now that I think about it. Because Energy Switch, attach the metal. Well, maybe I did. I did need to get a Dark Energy back. Zinnia's Resolve. That's going to get them 5 cards by discarding 2. Hopefully one of those was... It was a Drizzile, so not a Rapid Striker. And I think they had to put back their Octillery too, so they don't have access to the Rapid Strike Search. And I'm going to knock out the Remoraid if they fail to evolve into a Malamar with the boss orders that I got from Raihan. Hopefully that's the case. And this also, I believe this Fiery Wrath, yeah, we hit for weakness, so this Moltres is really good. Forces them to knock out maybe 4 Pokemon in this matchup. If they don't have a boss's orders, they get rid of the Training Court, thank you. Level Ball. Going for another Sobble. Seems good. We're going to boss up this Remoraid, it looks like. I don't think they have... Yeah, they don't. Give me another Inkay. I'm going to boss up the Remoraid. Might boss up the Sobble as well. Ordinary Rod, okay. Put back in 2 more Inkays, that's fine. We'll see. I think I'm going to boss up the Remoraid. I feel like that's the better play. Because the Remoraid gets them any Rapid Strike card. And Drizzile only gets them so much. Let's quick ball away the Zamazenta. Pull out, I guess, the Hoopa here. Just thin in the deck. Don't need these things. Let's boss up the Remoraid and use the Trinity Nova attack. See you later. Don't have any more energies in there. We get another prize. We can quick ball and thin even more. We have Eldegoss to get back the boss's orders. And I think we, yeah, we've used 2 bosses. We also have Cheren's Care for this turn too, which might be good. There's a Drizzile that's going for a Cynthia's Ambition, I would assume. We'll find out here shortly, but we're looking in a decent spot. We were able to outpace our opponent in taking knockout. They struggled to get a knockout in the first couple of turns, which is good for us. A Rescue Carrier. That'll put some Rapid Strikers back in their hand. Cynthia's Ambition gets them 4 cards, plus a Rescue Carrier gets them at least 2, so they might be able to take a knockout on this Arceus. I mean, their deck is getting pretty thin, so I would imagine most of their cards are now Rapid Strike cards. So they've got 80 damage in hand, for sure. That we know of. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They have 9 cards in hand, so 3 of them, they played 1 down, so they have 8. So now, 2 of them have to be non-Rapid Strike cards for us to not get a knockout. For them to not get a knockout on us, I mean. And a Level Ball was one of those cards, which is going for a Sobble, Inkay, something like that. So now we know they have 2 in there because they put back the Remoraid down. So that's 4, 8. So 2 of these cards need to not be Rapid Strike cards, and they don't get the knockout. Though them playing down the Remoraid tells me that they might have it, or they're going to try and double hit here. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. They got it. Okay, and we got a Moltres to hopefully take control here. Let's go ahead and quick ball away that, just to thin the deck. Bring out the Ditto, just because I can, and let's just play that there, don't need it. And we will Fiery Wrath, taking a knockout on the Malamar, and hoping for the best next turn. I hope they don't have a boss. If they do have a boss, then that means they don't have enough to take a knockout on one of my Pokemon Vs. So they are going to have to go through this Moltres and play a different supporter. I think so. They don't have Octillery. Well, they have Malamar. Do they have another Energy? There's Akrina's Focus, so no boss. We win. Unless they play Escape Rope. I didn't think about Escape Rope. They could definitely play Escape Rope. That would be brutal if they played Escape Rope. Oh, there's a Shady Dealings in Tilland. That could get them the Escape Rope. Oh, man. Does it, though? Do they have the Escape Rope? Do they have this matchup win? Level Ball Fog Crystal. That gets them 2 more Rapid Strikers. But no switch, no Escape Rope unless it's in their hand. They play down the Sobble. Okay. Fall Crystal's going to go for an Inkay, we know that. There's 4 cards in their hand that we don't know of, and this is a little intense of a matchup. I mean, this could have gone either way. Especially if our opponent had a good turn 1 start. This could have gone either way, so. There's an Inkay. Thankfully, they already played a supporter though, and I think we're okay. Rapid Strike Tentacles. We will tell our opponent well played when, whenever they finish their animation stuff. Oh, that was a close one. Woof. Do they even have enough Rapid Strikers in their hand? They're taking their time. I don't know. Come on, opponent, it's the end of the game. Why you do this to me? There we go. That's enough. Bye-bye, baby Moltres, and hello, big boy Moltres. And they concede. Ooh, coughing. I don't like to see that, but you are weak to fighting, but I might want to hold that off just for now. So I'm also going to save my training court, so let's get rid of Boss and Lumineon to have a research in my hand. Go ahead and Ultra Ball for our Arceus. And we will attach the Grass Energy and pass. So I held the training court just in case they also play Path besides Weezing. But they most likely just play Weezing. So this looks like that, yeah, this looks like the Weezing, Sobble, Sableye, Shutdown Abilities deck, Hoopa, okay. So Zapdos is not going to be useful here except against Sableye, but Sableye is pretty weak already. So I'm not too worried. There's a Choice Belt, which also doesn't mean too much, but we can attach it. They play a training court of their own, so we're not going to play ours. We're going to research. And there's a double Turbo Energy and a Air Balloon. Except I'll only be doing 100 damage. That is a thing. I don't have any abilities, so there's no way for me to know if I can get another energy. And I don't have access to Arceus. So we'll double Turbo Energy for now. Quick Ball away the Yveltal. If he comes up with the Hoopa, I can grab the Eldegoss. Crobat's not going to do much right now. I'll have an Eldegoss for next turn. And we pass. Or they Marnie me, and it gets me into an Arceus VSTAR / Ultra Ball. I would like that as well. We'll see what our opponent does. I mean, surely they're going to... They do Marnie me. Do I get an Ultra Ball or a V-Star? Or a supporter? No, I get nothing. Typical. Typical, typical. Alright. I still have an Air Balloon, though, which is nice. They get another coughing, sure. And we get poisoned. Now, the reason I didn't go into Arceus and attack was because I didn't want to get poisoned. Top deck of the century, guys! Oh, nice. There's a V-Star, there's the Air Balloon. Let's go, whoop. And let's Quick Ball away that. Don't need it. This can get us... I suppose another Arceus because, I mean, we're not going to be hitting much weakness here. Play that down, give you an energy, and we will Trinity Nova for the knockout. And we should be well on our way to winning this matchup. Metal, sure. Dark. And that one. And that way I have a backup attacker in Moltres. Just give them all the energies. And we take a prize, which is a Marnie perfect prize for next turn. Couldn't have asked for a better prize, maybe a research, but this allows me to draw more cards and possibly get another Arceus V-Star into play. They are going to go into a Weezing and most likely poison my Arceus V-Star, which would be a bummer. But the fact that they have to knock out 3 Pokemon and they only give 2 prizes each really kind of hurts this type of deck. That's what I'm hoping for. They played a training court of their own, that's why I got rid of mine. Didn't need them and I knew that. That gets them back in energy. Are they going to have a Weezing? They will. And I will get poisoned. This gives me the option to go into my Arceus V-Star by just, retreating, and they concede. Everybody concedes, man. Boom! You saw the power of Arceus V-Star. That ability is crazy. It gets you out of situations if you need to. Makes you be able to attack turn 1, turn 2. Not too bad. I like the deck. It counters a bunch of decks, and it does really good against all these. And it's only 2 prize attackers, too, so they have to knock out at least 3 Pokemon. You can make them knock out 4 if you play it right. But I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate it, and we'll see you next time on Crash Blade Gaming.